You are in the meeting now.
Recording in progress.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
I got a yes, sir, from somebody. Okay. Well, it's about 8:58, so we'll give a little bit of time to get started. Okay, there we go. That's the view that I like to see. Um, Real quickly, I just want to get a count of what schools are here. I see Post is here. Everybody from Post, can y'all wave your hand? Post, can you hear me? Maybe they have the microphone off. Who else is here? What school? Hello, can anybody hear me?
Post is here.
Post is here. Who else? Hello? Alright, somebody's trying to show something to the camera, but I can't not see it. Use the microphone. Planes. Planes is here. Planes, does your microphone work? I see planes. Does your microphone work? Alright. There has to be one more school here. Um, no microphone. Do you know when you're going to get a microphone? Higher. Looking for one now. Okay. So, but you can hear me. Planes, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right, planes can hear me. All right. I have Post. I have Planes. There's one more school that's here. All right. It's the school with the stadium seating. We have a facilitator in a blue shirt, and your microphone is on. School with the facilitator in a blue and white shirt. Y'all have a microphone on somewhere. Oh man, It is
Okay.
always interesting.
I just have them.
Yes? All right. It is always interesting getting the first day of school started with these
This is the
ITV
camera right up
classrooms.
here. You might be hearing it, but I'm gonna mute us for right now.
Please make sure your microphones are turned off. Because if you leave them on, I'm hearing your conversation, and so is everybody else. Please make sure your microphones are turned off. I think that's better. All right. We'll get the hang of it. If not today, then hopefully by the end of the semester. My name is Jared Clopton. I will be the instructor for this college algebra course. Today, what we're going to do is we're just going to spend a little bit of time going through Blackboard. If you have already dipped your fingers into Blackboard and have watched the introductory videos, kudos to you. Great job. Thank you. I just want to go ahead and just catch everybody up. For those of y'all that haven't watched the intro videos, who have not explored Blackboard. So I want to spend a little bit of time doing that, and while we're spending time looking through Blackboard, we're also going to talk about how this class is going to operate this semester. I guess I'll go ahead and talk about that right now. For the last 2 semesters, I think, I've operated under what's called a flipped classroom mentality. And to sum that up, you are basically going to be spending, again, please make sure your microphones are turned off. Thank you. You'll be spending your time outside of class watching the lecture videos that I provide, working on the notes, and attempting to start the homework. And then during class, we will be answering homework questions during our time here. So it's kind of instead of getting the lecture in class and working on homework at home, you're getting a lecture outside of class and then spending time here addressing any questions that you have on the homework. And I'll talk more about how that's going to work as we look through Blackboard. So if you have a computer open, or you want to look along on your cell phone, I think that's a great idea. I'm just going to switch over here to my document camera, and we'll begin looking through Blackboard. Let's see if we can remember this. All right. Let's flip this around. We'll zoom in just a little bit more. One last time.
He's muted.
Oh. All right. There is still a school that has a microphone on.
I can't talk either.
Whoever just spoke just now.
Really?
Somewhere there. Yes. Say your name. Who is this? Sounds like you're hunting for a microphone. One last time. I got Post, Plains, and who else? What other school is here? Post, Plains, and who else? There's a third school here. There's 3 students sitting in the front row. Can y'all not hear me? For those of y'all that are waiting, please be patient. We are just waiting on people to get things situated. We're going to try something else. Post, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thumbs up or thumbs down. Can you hear me? Planes? Thumbs up?
Planes can hear you.
Thank you. Alright, and there's an other school. I don't know who it is.
We can hear you.
What school is that?
Sudan.
Sudan. Alright. Sudan, I think y'all have been the ones that have a microphone still on. Can y'all make sure that all your microphones are turned off, please? Alright. Let's get back to talking about this course. Can everybody see the screen A-okay? Y'all can just give me a thumbs up if y'all can see it. Okay. When you log into Blackboard for this course page, I'm not going to play these, but there's an intro video and a intro into college algebra video, and then a using cam scanner video. You're definitely going to, if you're not familiar with using cam scanner or another device on your cell phone for converting documents into PDF files, you're definitely going to want to watch this video. We're going to have lots of practice doing this throughout the semester. In Blackboard, we have on this menu item instructor information. Again, my name is Jared Clopton. My office telephone, my office location, the primary means in which you are going to be contacting me is going to be at my by my email address. Already I have a typo right here. I need to adjust these office hours because these are not correct. I'll show you the correct office hours here in just a moment. You can send me an email directly from Blackboard by clicking this link right here, and an email from your SVC email address will get sent to my SVC address, that's one way that you can contact me. I will be adding another item here in which you can schedule virtual office hours with me. That tool link will come up within the next couple of days. So if you have questions and you want to have a one-on-one visit with me, look out for this tool link right here. I will send an announcement when that gets posted. Syllabus and schedule. The first thing I want to point out is when you look through this page right here of all this information, it is only parts of the actual syllabus. At the bottom of this page, there are links to the PDF file and to the PDF file for a calendar for this class. Make sure that you go through and read through the entire syllabus. Print it out or just open it up on your computer, and make sure to read through the entire syllabus. The first few pages of the syllabus are what's called a common course syllabus. So everybody that's teaching a 13-14 class, a college algebra class, everybody's first syllabus looks exactly like this. It goes through the learning outcomes. We're going to be talking about all sorts of equations, graphing, functions, systems of equations. There's a couple of other statements. Student attendance policy. This basically says the following. If you do not attend 80% of the classes, or do not turn in 80% of the work that's required for this class, you may be dropped from the class. Make sure to read through that. My policy when it comes to issues like this, when it comes to attendance, especially for you high school students. You high school students have your fingers in so many different activities, UIL, extracurricular activities, all that sort of stuff. The best thing that you can do in terms of if you're worried about your attendance, make sure that you're in communication with me as to when you're going to be gone. And if there is a situation where you're dropping below 80% of your attendance, but there's a valid reason why, and if I'm aware of your situation, then the more grace I get to apply to your situation. So be in communication with me as much as you feel like you need to. Make sure to read through the plagiarism policy. Do your own work. Do your own work. Do not be reliant on other people to do your work for you. Do your own work. I'm not an idiot. I can tell when people are using other people's papers for their own work. Do your own work. You can read through all the rest of this, but what I want to get to is beginning on page 5. This is my instructor information for this class. This is where I give you the information that you need about me and for this class. Y'all are section 441. That meets from 9 to 9:50. And here are my corrected office hours. And I'll make those corrections to Blackboard. First thing is, I do not have any office hours on Monday or Wednesday. I have full classes all through the day, and I have to go to different campuses on Monday and Wednesday, so I just don't have time to have physical office hours. But on Tuesday and Thursday, I've scheduled for myself office hours from 9 to 11. And I did these office hours specifically for my ITV college algebra sections. I scheduled 9 to 11 office hours so that I could be available to y'all during your, because on Tuesday and Thursday I'm assuming that you're in this class anyways, working on homework or something. If you have questions, shoot me an email, schedule some virtual office hours, and I will be available to you then. Y'all probably won't utilize these very much. This is for another class that I arrange these office hours for, and I will be around on Fridays from 11:30 to 12:30 for office hours. When you email me, read through the email policy. But this basically says that if you're going to communicate with me by email, make sure to use your SBC email address. I will not be replying to, reading, acknowledging any emails coming from a personal email address. Make sure to use your SBC email. There is no textbook required for this course. I will make reference to the free textbook that that you may find useful, and that's with OpenStax. Click that link right there, and it will bring you to OpenStax, which is it's out of Rice University, and this is just one of their many textbooks. But you can look at their textbook, and it's going to cover all the things that we're going to be talking about in this semester. So I will do my best to make reference to, hey, we're going to be talking about, things in section 2.2 or something like that. Let's see. Go back to syllabus. Read through supplies. Big thing here is that there's no graphing calculator allowed. All the graphing that we do in this class is going to be done by hand. Make sure that you know how to log into Blackboard. Alright, grading policy. I essentially have 3 types of grades for this class: participation grades, quiz grades, and exam grades. Participation grades come from your attendance, completing the lecture notes, and completing the homework. You will submit on a weekly basis your completed lecture notes and your completed homework, and the combination of your lecture notes, completed homework, and the fact that you attended class will make up your participation grade. 14 grades are going to be taken for participation. 4 of them are going to be extra credit, and that accounts for 10% of your final grade. Quiz grades. We're going to have weekly quizzes. Instead of daily quizzes, I do weekly quizzes. They will be over the material that we've talked about during the course of that week. Typically these quizzes will be on Fridays, but if we have an exam week, it will be on some other day of the week, probably on Monday. We will have 14 quiz grades. 4 of them are going to be extra credit. Exam grades. Now, I'm doing things a little bit differently this semester. Typically, I used to have 4 exams and then a final exam, so a total of 5 exams. I'm changing that up this semester. I'm doing 3 exams plus the final exam. So there's a total of 4 exams. 3 of them are unit exams. The 4th one is your comprehensive final exam. The final exams we have a final exam on December 15th from 8 to 10. The exams will be done in class, and you will, at the end of our 50-minute time period, you will submit your exam to the facilitator, who will then scan and email them to me. We'll talk more about how you're going to submit the quizzes later on. Whenever you have an assignment, make sure you do the following. Write the question number, show all necessary work, clearly identify your answer, write your name at the top of every page of your work. If you're submitting multiple pages, put your name on every single page. This is for just making sure that I have everybody's work in the right place. And you're going to be submitting your work as a single PDF file, and we'll talk more about that later on. In order to be successful in this course, make sure that you're logging into Blackboard daily, especially if I'm posting announcements or making changes. Watch the lecture notes videos and take notes on them. Thoroughly complete and submit assignments on time, and repeat exercises until you have full mastery of them. So that last part, we have weekly quizzes and we have exams. The only way that you're going to be successful in this class is if you're doing well on those exams plus the quizzes. The quizzes will tell you if you're going to be doing well on the exam. The only way that you're going to do well on the quizzes is if you're working on the homework. Now, some of you can go through a homework set and you have a solid understanding of what to do, and you're going to be ready for that quiz. Some of you, you may have to take a little bit more time and effort and work into your homework assignment. You may have to go through and do that homework assignment once and maybe review it a second time or a third time, or even go back and do problems again and again until you have mastered that work. So on top of all the other things that you're doing in school, you're going to have, this additional work of practicing for these quizzes and exams. So, figure out how you're going to do that. And the last little bit, there's tutoring information. I will, in Blackboard, there's a link for tutor.com. And this is free tutoring for all SBC students. And it's available to, I think you have like 3 hours a week of free tutoring. Yeah. You have 180 minutes, so 3 hours of free tutoring a week through tutor.com. And you can access that in the left-hand toolbar in Blackboard. Let me show you where that is real quickly. You have to actually go back to the opening page. So it's not within the actual course page, but it's right here in the left-hand menu bar, right down here at tutor.com. Click the link, and I'm not sure why it's currently closed right now, but that's how you get into this free tutoring. Okay, let's go back to Blackboard. Let's see. Again, y'all are 441-442. Announcements. This is where I will post announcements. Any announcements that I post will get sent to your email address, your SBC email address. So I've already sent one out. I sent it out on Saturday. Maybe most of y'all have seen this. Alright, let's get into the meat of things. Course content. This is where you're going to find your weekly material for this course. We're in week 1. I may do a little bit of rearrangement here, but well, actually, let's go back real quickly. I want to look at the syllabus and schedule again one more time. If we look at the calendar under week 1, so this is always Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Today we have our introduction. Wednesday, we're going to be talking about assignment 1, linear equations. Now, the idea here is that you have already watched the lecture videos and you've already begun working on the homework, and we're going to spend time addressing your questions on Wednesday about this assignment. So I'm not going to really lecture over assignment 1. You've already watched the lecture videos for assignment 1, and we're just going to talk about it on Wednesday. And then hopefully after Wednesday you can complete the homework. Then in between Wednesday and Friday you're watching the lecture videos for assignment 2. You're filling out the notes, you're working on the homework, and then on Friday we can come in and talk about assignment 2. And that's how the weeks are going to work. We have a holiday on Monday, next Monday, and then so on Wednesday, to prepare for class on Wednesday, you'll have looked through the lecture videos for assignment 3 and 4. You've begun to work on assignment 3 and 4, and we can address your questions over these 2 assignments on Wednesday of next week. Then on Friday, you come to class prepared to ask questions over assignment 5. You may have not completed the entire homework set, but at least you have an idea of what's going on because you've watched the lecture videos and we can clarify anything there. When it comes to week 4, this is where we're going to review for exam 1. And you'll notice that we're doing exam 1 in 2 days. And here's why. One of the comments that I've had in this class is that the exams are too long or not achievable within our 50-minute time frame. And I agree with you. 50 minutes is not a very long amount of time to take a test. All the other classes here on South Plains College have at least an hour and 15 minutes to take an exam. So I've decided to, that's one of the reasons I switched from 5 tests to 4 tests. We're breaking it up. So I can take these first 3 tests and we are going to take 2 days to do them. You're going to have a part 1 and a part 2. You complete part 1 on Wednesday, and then you'll complete part 2 on Friday. So you won't see part 2 on Wednesday. You have Wednesday to get part 1 done, and then you'll come back on Friday to take part 2. This will be an experiment, and we'll see how this goes. I think I look forward to it. It'll be I think it'll be for one, I'll be able to test you on a little bit more material, because again, 50 minutes, I don't have a whole lot of room to test you on everything that we've covered in that unit. So that's how that's how the kind of day-to-day schedule is going to work. Again, on Fridays we're going to have quizzes. So we'll talk a little bit more about this on Wednesday, but the idea is around 9:30 on Friday, we're going to pause what we're doing and you're going to take a quiz for what we've covered this week and then submit that quiz in Blackboard. And hopefully we have some time to practice this. Probably not today because we're running out of time, but hopefully on Wednesday. Alright, back to the syllabus, just going over things. So we're in course content. Week 1. Alright, so when you open up assignment 1 folder, you have a PDF file of the homework, a PDF file of the notes, and the corresponding lecture videos that align with the notes. So the idea is you have these notes open, you've printed them out. You can see all I'm doing is just going through some examples. And then you come back over here to Blackboard and you watch the lecture video for those notes. In this lecture video you can go to full screen, you can open it up within YouTube if you want. I try to keep these videos between 10 and 20 minutes, so that's why I have 1, 2, 3, 4 videos that cover the notes for assignment 1. And then, so the idea is after you watch the lecture videos and you complete the notes, you can come over here to the homework and start working on the homework problems. Okay. And you'll do the same thing for assignment 2. Okay, now you probably have a different view. In fact, let me switch to that different view. Entering student preview. So when you enter in the student preview, you should already see, or when you log into Blackboard, you should see this week 1 assignments. You're going to submit assignment 1 notes, assignment 1 homework, assignment 2 notes. There's a typo, that should be assignment 2 homework. I'll fix that typo. Now this is going to be a big experiment because I'm doing something different. When you click week 1 assignments, you're going to be brought to a page called Gradescope. And when I click this, I know it's not going to work because I'm an instructor and it's going to look different on your end. But there should be a place where you click week 1 notes and a place for you to submit that work. I hope to do a little experiment with y'all on Wednesday to see if this works, but I gotta get some things ironed out on my end so that we can make this work and see this work together. And the last thing that I want to point out, or 2 more things I want to point out: course resources. I have unit study plans that you can take a look at. It's just kind of a day-to-day guide on what you need to be doing to prepare for classes. And I've got Unit 1 completed, and I'll put Unit 2 up when Unit 2 comes around. Under course resources, I have a link to OpenStax and a link to the SBC tutoring page. And then also, to keep track of your grades, there's the My Grades link right there. Okay. So I think I spent enough time talking about Blackboard. So what I want to do is open the floor to you. Are there any questions regarding things in Blackboard or how this class is going to operate? Does anybody have any questions or comments right now? All right, let me ask this question. Has anybody started the homework for assignment 1? Anybody? Show of hands. Yeah, a few people. A few people. So that means if you haven't started, have not? Any of y'all have not started? Yeah, there you go. See, raise your hands. I can see all of y'all. You think I don't see y'all, but I see y'all. So if you haven't started the homework yet, that's okay, because my plan for today was mainly to do a course introduction. But here's what y'all need to be doing. Y'all need to start taking time to look at the homework, watch the lecture videos, fill out those notes for the lecture videos. I don't know, theoretically, do y'all have this class on Tuesday and Thursdays? Are y'all in this class on Tuesday and Thursdays? Yes or no? You got a thumbs up from Plains, Sudan, and Post. Okay. So, y'all are probably going to be working on the assignments and stuff, I'm guessing, on Tuesday and Thursday. Awesome. I think that's great. What I would do, make sure that you're ready for turning in your weekly notes and homework. Outside of that Tuesday, Thursday class time, spend time at home getting started on those lecture videos. Take time at home or sometime during class to watch through those lecture videos, fill out the notes. Assignment 1 may not be that big of a deal for a lot of y'all. It should be kind of a review. But as we get deeper into the semester, you may find that those watching the lecture videos, being prepared for, will help prepare you for the homework. All right, anything else? Anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions over the homework that you want to go ahead and address?
Actually, I have a question.
Yes.
Are we supposed to do the practice?
I'm sorry, I did not catch that. Please repeat that question.
Are we supposed to do the practice?
Man, I'm sorry, I did not catch that. It's like you're breaking out.
Are we supposed to do the practice plus problems?
I got, are we supposed to, and then are we supposed
are we supposed to do the practice plus problems on assignment 1?
Alright. I got the are we supposed to. Say that second part.
Do the practice plus problems.
Shoot me an email. really, like literally, I turned you volume up. Did anybody else get that? If you shoot me an email right now, I'll reply to your question. Or write it on a sheet of paper and hold it up to the camera. I apologize. I just did not
I think he
understand.
asked if we were supposed to do the practice plus questions.
Oh, the practice plus questions. Yeah. Yes, that's part of completing your homework assignments. That is part of completing your homework assignments. So those practice plus questions for assignment 1. Those practice plus questions for assignment 1 are just really there to exercise your dealing with some order of operations and being okay with decimals. But yes, practice plus. So thank you for whoever caught that, for that clarification. Yes, practice plus. Completing the homework, that is part of your weekly participation grade. Completing the homework. Did you have a question about one of those practice plus problems? All right. Well, for those of y'all that have not looked at the homework yet, let's take some time just to kind of refresh ourselves. What are we going to be doing in assignment 1? Assignment 1, we're going to be solving linear equations. So it should be mostly a review for all of y'all. I'm not going to go through the questions that are in the homework, but I will. Let's see, I gotta get used to this again. There should be a clear page option, but I've forgotten where that is. There we go. Clear all. And if I ever get started writing up here and I forget to switch it over to the correct camera, just let me know. I sometimes forget to switch things over. For assignment 1, we're going to be talking about how to solve linear equations. Alright, the key thing about linear equations is most of these are going to have only one solution. So these are not quadratic or polynomial equations. These are going to be linear equations. They only have one solution. Of course, that is with exception You might have infinitely many solutions on some, or you might have no solution. So let's just take a look at and review how to solve linear equations. I'm just going to make up some examples. Example A, how do we solve something like 7x plus 2 is equal to 3x minus 9? Well, the idea here is that you want to get all your x's on one side and all your constants on the other side. So I tend to put all my variables on the left. That's just out of habit. So I might spend
Your
some
conference
time.
is scheduled to end in 2 minutes.
Man, our class went by quick. You would subtract 2 on both sides. So now you have 7x is equal to 3x. Negative 9 minus 2 is a negative 11. And then we would want to subtract 3x on both sides. So you get 4x is equal to a negative 11. And then we would want to divide by 4. And that's going to give us the conclusion that x is equal to a negative 11 fourths. And of course you want to go back through and check. So we don't have enough time to do another problem. One thing I would say about the homework sets is that most of the answers should be whole numbers. Most of the answers you're going to get are going to be integer answers. Yes, there are going to be some problems where you get fractional or rational answers, but most of the things are going to be integer problems. So that concludes day 1. Be prepared on Wednesday to bring your questions for assignment 1 to the table.
Your conference is now over. Goodbye.
See y'all later. Wave goodbye. There you go.